My name is Sarah, and I never thought my life would feel like a nightmare from a movie. I was happily married to Mark, or at least I thought I was. We had been together for 8 years, built a home, had routines, friends, and what seemed like trust. But behind all the smiles and cozy nights, someone was planning to destroy everything I had worked for. My best friend. It started with small things, subtle messages on his phone, late calls, unexplained laughter that would stop the moment I entered the room. I told myself I was being paranoid. I loved Mark. I loved our life. I wanted to trust him. But deep down, something in my gut whispered that things weren't right. I had always been close with my best friend Emily. We shared everything, from shopping trips to secrets about our relationships. So, when I noticed her becoming unusually close with Mark, lingering touches, too many private jokes, sneaky texts, I wanted to ignore it, to chalk it up to friendship. But the feeling didn't leave me. I started noticing patterns. Emily calling Mark when she knew I was busy, lingering at our house when I was running errands, always finding excuses to be alone with him. I tried to warn myself that I was imagining it, that maybe I was reading too much into ordinary behavior. One day, I saw it with my own eyes. I was coming home early from work, a surprise I had planned to bring Mark lunch, and I found them together in our bedroom. Not talking, not joking, kissing. My stomach dropped. The world around me blurred. Everything I had believed about loyalty, love, and trust shattered in an instant. I felt numb, betrayed, humiliated. How could my best friend do this? How could the man I loved betray me this way? I confronted Mark immediately. I demanded answers, demanded honesty. He tried to justify it, said it just happened, claimed he was confused. I looked at him, at the man I had married, at the father of our future children, and I realized he wasn't the man I thought he was. Then I turned to Emily. She denied it at first, then faltered, then finally admitted everything with a smirk that made me shiver. I gave them warnings. I told Mark to stop, that if this didn't end, there would be consequences. I warned Emily not to step into my life again, but they didn't listen. I caught them multiple times, each time more blatant than the last, and every time, my heart sank a little further. Finally, I knew I had no choice. I filed for divorce. I left the house I had built, the memories, and everything that reminded me of them. I felt broken, but I refused to let them win completely. I started documenting everything, messages, emails, calls. I wanted a record, proof of betrayal, and a way to reclaim my power. Months passed. I focused on myself, my career, my friends who truly supported me. I didn't contact Mark or Emily. I didn't respond to their apologies or excuses. But I didn't stop planning either. I wanted them to understand the pain they had caused. I wanted justice in my own way. Then came the opportunity. Mark's career was tied to a prestigious project that required a clean, professional reputation. I sent evidence of his betrayal anonymously to the company. Emails, screenshots, proof of lies. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about revenge in a petty way. It was about making them feel the consequences of their actions. Shortly after, he was suspended from his position, his credibility shattered. Emily, who had flaunted her betrayal to friends, suddenly found herself isolated. It wasn't perfect. It didn't erase the betrayal. But it gave me back a sense of control, a sense of power I had thought was gone. I started dating again, slowly, carefully, trusting my instincts more than ever. I realized something crucial. People who betray you once will often do it again, and love is only safe when accompanied by respect and honesty. Now I live my life free of the shadow they cast over me. I am stronger, wiser, and more cautious about who I allow close. My story isn't just about betrayal. It's about survival, self-respect, and the quiet power of reclaiming your life after heartbreak.